is Alexis Augustine. I'm 21 years old. I am also enrolled into Arizona State University and I'm studying business psychology. I currently work as a behavioral therapist. I aid children who are diagnosed with autism, and I also have a 2-year-old son. I came from a low-income household, from a single mother. My father was a felon, and I am also a young parent. So I'm going to talk to you about the power of positive thinking and how it has helped me flourish throughout my past 6 years of life. And so with that being said, when I was 16 years old, I was charged with a felony, and I remember being locked up in juvie for quite some time. I remember my father visiting me one day, and he told me that this situation that I was currently in was a disaster. My life was only going to go downhill from here. My mother wouldn't even write me, and she definitely was not supportive during this time. And I felt as if all I had was myself. And so I told my dad that it wasn't going to break me and I was only going to grow from here. I remember reading tons of books and meeting new females, and I always told myself that I wanted to be better. And that's when I discovered that I wanted to go to school and study psychology because I wanted to help the younger me. I want to be able to listen and guide these young women. And so a few years later down the line, I discovered that I was 6 months pregnant on my when I was 18 years old. And so it was my first semester of college, and I remember going to the doctor and he told me that you have no option but to have this baby, so be ready. And those words just smacked me right in the face, and I couldn't believe what was going on. I wasn't showing, I had no symptoms, and I took that as a blessing, that, you know what, I was able to do all these things, and now it's time to slow down and settle down. And I remember my boyfriend telling me to relax and enjoy the pregnancy and to be happy with who I am and what we have been blessed with. And all I could remember dwelling on was all the things, all the mean things people would say about me having a child at 19 years old. And I ended up delivering him 4 days after I turned 19. And it was really moving because I remember holding a 3-year-old child while taking an online test. And I said, you know what, it's going to happen. I'm going to make it happen. And throughout that semester, I read books about growing a mindset and being a positive thinker and how to uplift yourself, because I really needed that. I really needed to outgrow the old me and become a happier person. And with that being said, I discovered a book from Carol Dweck called Mindset. And Carol Dweck basically goes over how inside the human body we have developed this concept called the growth mindset, and it allows you to have limitless success because of the amount of positivity that comes with the power of positive thinking. The moment that you think, well, I'm going to get up and exercise, your body is going to follow you as long as your mind tells you to do it. And I really take pride in that because it has only helped me. I went from being a 2.4 student, I didn't even graduate middle school, to the college commencement speaker with a 3.5 GPA. I couldn't believe how far I've come and the recognition I've received, and that's what led me to start spreading more positivity. And I began to run a website. I started it, and it was called Hard Hustling Honeys because I wanted something that was motivational, that was inspiring, that was real. And so all I could think of was, when I found out I was pregnant, who's going to help me? What resources can I have? And I searched up how to be a young successful parent. Nothing. I searched up how to balance school and parenting life. Nothing. I looked for ways to cope with my postpartum depression and how to still get up and get ready to go to work. I wanted to do all these things, but there was nothing, there was no one who was able to tell me that or to help me with that. And so that is the power of positive thinking. And it's beautiful how the power of positive thinking can put you in this predicament, and you can end up escaping reality and put yourself into a successful place.